Hi, my name's Dustin. I write fiction under the name Mark Geyer, and I tried to read the entirety of the first chapter of my book, which is fairly short, but it still runs about 7 minutes. So instead, I've decided to pick a chunk from the third chapter. Just a little setup here. The book is about a woman named Harper who's in her late 30s and really disillusioned with life. She's got a boyfriend who's going nowhere. She's got a mom who just treats her like garbage. She's got a job that's going nowhere. She's not happy. And like myself and a lot of people, when we're not happy, we dive into the familiar. And she starts to read her favorite horror series from when she was a tween called Deadmares. Think Fear Street or Point Horror. Instead of just escaping mentally into the book, she winds up being transported literally into the book. The very first book, titled Phantom Delivery, where she is inside the mind and body of the main character of that book, Patricia Weaver. By this point in the third chapter, she's kind of accepted her situation. She's not quite sure what to do with it yet, but she's going to just play it by ear. She gets a call from someone who she thinks is the antagonist of the book. Turns out to be the main character's boyfriend, and their conversation isn't what she remembered it being in the book, which sort of puts her into a panic where maybe she didn't remember the book as well as she thought, or maybe the book is changing. And that's where we pick up. Harper's head was teetering between presence and foreboding. It was disorienting. She told Marlene that she was exhausted and wanted to sleep. In bed, she stared at the crooked New Kids on the Block poster hanging on the wall next to Patricia's desk. Although it was mentioned in the book, the author, A.X. Carver, a pseudonym for a rotating team of unpaid ghostwriters, never said that it was crooked, nor was the torn-off corner addressed. Or was it? What else don't I remember? She wondered in the dark. Her thoughts turned down to dark corners where monsters waited. What if I forget something huge and it kills me? She fell asleep just before 1. From what she remembered, Patricia had a dream about Ted showing up to take her on a date, only to reveal he was secretly the phantom driver, and that he had a skull for a face with living eyes looking out from bony sockets. Harper's dream was nothing so EC Comics. Instead, she dreamed of home. In the dream, she was showing someone around her apartment she rented with Topher. Only every room she went to was wrong. She opened the door to the master bedroom, only to find the bathroom. The kitchen was where the closet should be, and the basement was nowhere to be found. She apologized, and the person said, "It's okay. Things change when we're not looking." That's when she realized she had no idea who this person was. They had followed her through her entire house, and she never even looked at them. They were nothing more than a human shape existing in her periphery. When she turned to look at them, the clock radio on Patricia's desk burst to life with Cher singing about all the things she would do if only she was capable of turning back time. Harper didn't sit up in a cold sweat. She didn't call out for help. She simply opened her eyes and thought, I have to get out of here. So yeah, the book is a straight-up tribute to Fear Street and Point Horror and some of the works of Lois Duncan, which as a kid growing up with undiagnosed ADHD were the only books that could really hold my attention long enough for me to finish them. I wanted to pay tribute to that, and I also wanted to explore the darker side of nostalgia and the ways that it can help us and hinder us. Also that idea of the past being so much greater. She thinks it's great to be alive in this fictional version of 1989 where she loves all the music and movies and fashion, but there's something much darker going on that she doesn't understand. The book goes to some weird, wacky places and people seem to enjoy it. I hope you do too.